In the house. In the house. In the house. Yeah. How we doing? How we doing? I gotta be honest with you, did not know my mic was unmuted. I started singing randomly. That's on me. 1 second, let me get my headphones together. Let me grab one or two things and we're gonna get right into it. James Games, how you feeling? Nisa, how you living? Does it say grandma? Grandma? Oh, you spoke too soon. The Black Ops music is playing as we speak. Cleveland wants Brandon now. But Nisa, sell more foot. Appreciate y'all being here. Let me just do one quick thing. Yeah, there you go. There's my guy, Mr. JJ. There you go. Let me do one quick thing. Get my headphones on and we're gonna get cooking, man. All right. Yeah. Give me the FAMAS with the silencer. I want dual mags. Y'all know what I need in my life. How we feeling, man? Where they at, man? Where they at, man? Yeah, how we feeling? 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 I got some Willow Smith blaring in my headphones too at the same time. Don't worry about it. How we doing, man? How we feeling? How's everybody? Everybody's here early. I was here late. I know. I was eating sandwiches with my little bitty buddy and my beautiful, lovely lady. But we're here. We're there. We're everywhere. Tuesdays and Thursdays belong to Tings. RX Goon, what's going on, my boy? Tuning at the perfect time.
Dangerous.
You know what they say about perfect timing, man. Hey, I don't know what they say, but I heard they said something about it. I heard something was said about it. But no, man, it's gonna be an easy, chill little day today, man. We ain't got a lot going on. I do want to though. What we're gonna start with is we gotta start with I got two, but I am gonna allow our guy Shedeur to breathe, right? So I do have an idea, and we're gonna do that today of a different type of content. I've been teasing it. I found a way I think that's gonna for it to work. So you're still gonna get some Shedeur content, but I don't want to just shove it down your throats. Yeah.
Hey, yo, what the?
You know what I'm saying? I don't want to just let the man have his off season. I saw he was hiking. I saw the Instagram post. He was hiking. He's doing his thing. Let the man live. He put in some work, and I'm gonna demonstrate to you by this first video that we're going to get into. Has a little bit to do with the Brendan Sorsby situation, right? Has a little bit to do with that, but I don't even want to get into that. If you want my opinions on the Brendan Sorsby situation, check out the second channel. You feel me? I've done multiple videos. I did another video like last night on it. I thought that was crazy. So if you want to know my takes, I think he's a degenerate gambler. And he's probably not even going to be able to play until 2029. So have fun. Whatever NFL team wants to give up some draft capital for that. But yeah, we're going to start there with Shedeur. And then we got, while Shedeur's away, getting his rest in, we've got a plethora of things going on when it comes to, Dylan Gabriel getting disrespected. We got some comparisons between Kevin Stefanski and Monken. Now, I haven't been making these comparisons. The people have been making these comparisons. We've already talked about Travis Hunter today. We also have some Cam Ward updates. I'm going to have to update that live, and also some Atlanta updates. And not to mention, we've got the Buccaneers. We got a lot going on. I'm not sure we're going to get to everything. We got a whole bunch. Hey, them Bengals looking crazy. Them Bengals might have to get a separate video because Joe Burrow throwing interceptions and stuff like that. If you're a Browns fan, you might be happy. AFC North kind of struggling a little bit. Just a little bit. But we're going to start with 2. It always was 2, man. It always was 2. I do want to start a poll. Cleveland media really wants Sorsby. Yeah, they are. And look, man, I'm not even going to. Actually, matter of fact, the only part, I'm going to add something to this video. I'm going to add a poll, right? What video next? This is a evergreen concept. So either an evergreen concept or mini camp, or okay. How about this? DG disrespect. They've been playing with that boy DG. They've been playing with that boy. We're gonna start with Shedeur. Let me grab something, because as I was getting ready to start recording, I saw friend of the show, friend of the community, G Bush, just right as I was going off. And G Bush was not a happy character. Hey, he's not happy, man. And I'm gonna let his words be the words. I don't want to go. I ain't gonna spend too much time on it. Second channel it. Y'all go check it out. I talk about college football stuff on the second channel stuff. You know what I'm saying? I keeps the NFL on the main channel. That's the game plan, all right? That's the game plan, all right? All right. But y'all ready? Is you ready? Wow. We ready? Are you ready? Sorsby talk is great. Yeah. I ain't doing too much of that. Sorsby talk. We ain't doing too much of that. So let's get into it. So, man, what a difference just a few more practices make. You know, I understand why the Cleveland Browns have suffered for such absolute death and destruction for a long time in the history of their franchise, right? It has a lot to do with their meaning. It has a lot to do with their fans. The pessimism, the absolute bare minimum and absolute next quarterback every single second. Can we cycle them in as quick as we get them out, right? It's real nasty stuff that I'm seeing from the Browns, right? And it started with one Mary K.K. Cabot saying, hey, Shedeur Sanders Deshaun Watson, rather, needs to be named QB1 right now. 3 days of non-helmeted, I think they had helmets on, but shorts practice with none of the rookies, just a group of people barely learning the offense. Deshaun Watson is it's over. Call it. It's over. It's Deshaun Watson's team. That's what Mary Kay Cabot said. All of a sudden, after we finish up mandatory minicamp, OTAs, now that, I don't know, a second-year player learning a completely new offense, once he gets some time to learn the new offense, it seems that out of Mary Kay, this is the same woman. This is the same woman. Same woman who said, by the way, Deshaun Watson just needs to start. She says, Shedeur Sanders has made up significant ground in the Browns quarterback race, and it is neck to neck with Deshaun Watson. Neck to neck. Hey, yo, what? And I'm sorry, I am a child. Head coach Todd Monken had previously been close to naming Watson his starter. No, and this is no. This last part is not real. This last part is not real. So I don't know. Do we still believe Mary Kay Cabot here? I don't know, man. I just find it so convenient that it seems like the delusional Shedeur fans, when they say, hey, Mary Kay, that was only 3 practices, at least let him practice, and then you could declare. If Mary Kay, if you came out right now and said Deshaun Watson needs to be QB1, Nobody even has a problem with that. I don't think, right? Because at least you saw a full training camp. At least, I mean, not training camp. At least you saw a full spring off-season program, which I don't think is enough to, you know what I'm saying? But regardless, at least there's more than 3 practices to go by. But now Mary Kay Cabot says, hey, that boy too, you know.
It get dangerous.
I mean, I don't know what else to say. I don't know what else to say except it does get dangerous. It get dangerous. Hats coming soon. You know what I'm saying? My goal is I want to make It Get Dangerous hats, and I want to send them to Shedeur. I want him to, you know, really approve them. But I'm gonna still get them cooked up. But if he gives the blessing, I'm gonna rock with it. If he don't mess with it, I'm ending it. You feel what I'm saying? I don't want to do no, you know what I mean? But I like the It Get Dangerous. You know what I'm saying? As long as you ain't copyrighted, I'm spreading your message, brother. All right. Now, here's some other opinions. Some other opinions across the media. And the theme behind this video is how Shedeur Sanders apparently has changed everything. And it shouldn't be this huge like revelation that like Shedeur is able to be neck and neck. We saw that he had talent, right? We knew who he was, right? We know who Deshaun Watson is, right? Okay. If we let it breathe for a second, you have people like Mr. Terry Pluto. He says, I believe the reason he has not decided, this is Terry Pluto, by the way, has not decided not to name a starting quarterback at this point is based upon how Shedeur Sanders has progressed. This is what the people are. I'm not saying this, man. This isn't Ting's opinions. You don't want Ting's opinions. You don't want Ting's opinions. It would get real dangerous if you got Ting's opinions. But speaking of opinions, we all know, again, check out the second channel. I did a Brendan Sorsby video, multiple Brendan Sorsby video. I do college football and the other stuff over yonder. Brendan Sorsby, he has to, in disgrace, join the supplemental draft. We all know. And immediately the Browns get their name thrown in the ring and stuff like that. And I got to be honest with y'all. I'm not surprised that the Browns would want to bid on him. And stick with me here. Just knowing the Browns' history of player acquisition, Andrew Berry likes getting value. I mean, case in point, Isaiah Bain. Isaiah Bain was projected to be a first, second round player. He's projected to be a first round player. Then he talked all that crap on his 40-yard time, then had a slow 40. Then it was projected like a 5th round player, and then he got into some legal issues, right? Quinshon Judkins and his legal issues. Why do you think he didn't even get to sign it? We didn't want to get into that, but they didn't even let the man sign his contract until after he settled his legal issues. Regardless, Andrew Berry is crafty. If he is nothing else, he's gonna try to get some value out of something, right? So I'm not surprised that the Browns would do it. I am surprised that of all people, Mary Kay Cabot had this. Hey, are we trusting Mary Kay Cabot right now? I don't know. Y'all gotta let me know. Because this, she says, the Browns are unlikely to bid on Brendan Sorsby, who's been in inpatient rehab for a gambling addiction because he's an addict. In the supplemental draft, now that he plans to enter it, a league source tells Cleveland.com. So league sources, and this is correct. Look, I mean, say what you want about Mary Kay Cabot. She's saying a source is telling her that the Browns actually don't even want to throw their name in the ring for Brendan Sorsby. And I've got to shout out friend of the show, G. Bush, one of the best in the business. Man, scratch that, the best in the business, man. What are we talking about? The best in the business, undoubtedly. He had this little nugget to say because I've been seeing the video again. I'm not about to sit here and respond to every single Brendan Sorsby Cleveland meme. I already know it's the same thing y'all did 2 months ago when he got caught gambling. It's the same thing y'all saying. He's so athletic. He's this. He's that. Let's look at that. Y'all saying you saying the same thing that he said, like on 8 Mile. Y'all saying the same thing y'all said the last time. So I ain't even gonna react to that. I thought what G. Bush said was very poignant. That he said, "This is half the reason I can't take some people seriously. The media is outraged and triggered by speeding tickets, but openly advocate taking a project quarterback with a gambling addiction. I'm starting to think some people really don't want the Browns to ever become a winning franchise. It's Stockholm Syndrome. We discovered this in the middle of the season for the Browns. They don't want to be good. Being good, it destroys the fabric. It destroys the culture and the brand of the Browns. The brand of the Browns is to be bad, dog. It's to be arse, apparently. Again, as a Texas fan, I know I say it every time. Very, very locked in. Shout out Brock Osweiler, right? Shout out Alex Mack. Shout out Nick Chubb. Shout out to the numerous different trades. Shout out Wyatt Teller. Hey, if Wyatt Teller gets C.J. Stroud concussed, we're going to have some problems, A.B. Anyway, not the point. I know, and by the way, youngest franchise in the league, Houston Texans. We the young bulls around here. In the history of the Texans, I've been able to seek and peer at the nasty and disgustingness that is the Cleveland Browns as an organization when it comes to the results in football. You had a few playoff runs. You had a few Baker runs before you ran them out of town to bring a freak in, right? But I don't think I've ever seen anything like this. I'm not the oldest, oak tree or anything like that. G. Bush does have me at age, right? So he can attest to this way better than I can. But my goodness, in the year of being exposed to specifically the media, in the years of looking at the dysfunction that has been of the Browns. Again, this isn't some new thing. This isn't because I'm a Shedeur fan. This is just a known thing that the Browns are just garbage. That's what's going on. What's going on, Leanne? That's just what it's been, right? So the way that they act, the way that they respond to a gambling addict. A gambling addict. And again, go watch my stories, baby. I'm not going to get too deep into it. Ask Calvin Ridley last time someone got. Ask Terrell Pryor last time somebody got. Ask the people, either you got banned from the NCAA or you got banned and had something to do with gambling. Ask the people that had it last time. Guess what happened to him? Calvin Ridley, gone the whole year. High profile, free agent, wide receiver, technically, bye. They told his ass to sit on the bench for a year. You think Roger Goodell is going to let this fly? $100,000 of bets? Breaking Texas laws? Breaking federal laws of underage gambling? Like, it's almost like the Browns didn't, and I don't even want to bring the Lima Bean in here because that dude's a rage baiter. It's like they don't watch football. They don't know precedents. They don't know that, hey, when Sorsby gets there, if the Browns get him, guess what happens next? He has to sit. This is going to be a redshirt year for him no matter what. It doesn't matter. He's already missed minicamp. He's already missed everything. He's not going to be ready for training camp. He doesn't know anything of the offense. So this year is going to be a wash, right? And then you get to assess all the issues of what Goodell might do on the back end. Because who's to say if you redshirt him this year, he doesn't come back and then ban him another time to ensure what gets done. So even if the Browns, if that's what y'all want, the Browns, if y'all want that, which go ahead, y'all, the Browns. I mean, hey, get Shedeur out of there. Cool. We'll follow another team. we rock out. But as someone who's been watching football for all of my life, it's puzzling to me. A young team with a great fun defense, a defensive player of the year, potential offensive rookie of the year, two new great wide receivers, the best offensive tackle in the draft, two great running backs, two great young running backs on rookie contracts. And you're talking about a gambling addict? Speeding tickets, though. Yeah. Speeding tickets. Oh man, the awful character of Shedeur Sanders, a man that's been giving back to his community, showing up for just recently showing up for his teammates for their projection of their beliefs and their love and everything like that. Hey, how terrible of a guy that Shedeur Sanders is. How terrible, how awful for him to give back to the Cleveland community that he's done on a multitude of times. How a terrible guy, right? But that Sorsby guy, man, hey, man. Hey, man. You got to see what it is, man. But look, man, again, like I said, second channel for more of the Sorsby stuff. Speaking past the Sorsby stuff and speaking in like reality of football that, wouldn't be wasting a draft capital for a guy who's going to have to sit out an entire year. Let's hear what a legend, Hanford Dixon, has to say. And also Nick Padone was on the show. This is what, I always shout this one. This is one of Big Play Cleveland. They do great stuff. what's it called? You stop watching 92.3. If you don't, stop watching ESPN Cleveland. Watch I think it's the Big Dogs podcast, I believe. They're like Orange or whatever. Big Play Cleveland too. I think it's another podcast. But the one with Hanford Dixon and Josh Cribbs, great stuff. Chef Zay, he does great stuff. So make sure, if you are going to engage, these are the people I like to engage with. So let's hear what they have to say about Shedeur Sanders and kind of the potential outlook of who they want to start.
Kid, young, he's talented. Deshaun, here's the thing about Deshaun. Guys, we have been looking for the same guy that we thought we were going to get. We're talking about the quarterback that he was when he was with Houston, and we just haven't seen that. Sure, I like the way he handled himself. He finally had a chance to he finally came out and he talked to the press. Okay, some of the things that he said, I like what he was saying, but still, with this team, and you hit on it really a key point. You're talking about some of the young wide receivers. I think we got Concepcion, who I think is going to be a fine wide receiver. We got Bain, who I mean, you can't teach speed. I mean, this kid is really coming on. I think Boston is that the other kid right
now? He's big, Hanford. He's catching everything.
Yeah, we have some guys right now. And I think we have some weapons on that offense, and I want to see Shedeur get a chance to play with these guys, with Todd's offense, and I can't wait to see what's going to happen because you look at Todd and I had a chance to meet, he and I, we pretty much walked a hole or half a hole together, laughing and talking at the.
Okay. You like to see that? Hey, Hanford Dixon, that's a legend. It's a Browns legend. That's a guy who's really put the pain in, and he's been pretty positive on the outlook on some of these quarterbacks, especially the young quarterbacks. So the fact that he feels like Shedeur is that guy, you love to hear that. And hey, man, we talked about G. Bush. Let's hear G. Bush. Hey, man, G. Bush be making too much sense for these people, man. G. Bush, you better watch out. They're gonna get you fired for making too much sense. Now, if you have too much common sense around these Brown people, it's gonna be.
If you are even, and it's Deshaun Watson and Shedeur Sanders, I'm going to just tell you right now, if it's even, Shedeur Sanders is going to get the opportunity because that's just the way it is. That's just the way football works. And so for me, if they're neck and neck, now here's the thing. Shedeur still has to do what he needs to do over the next 6 weeks to continue that progress.
Yeah.
Yes,
and I think
he can't rest on his laurels at all. He hasn't accomplished anything
absolutely
in the NFL.
not. Absolutely not. He's supposed to be locked in, and I think he's done a good job of being locked in and not doing a lot of other things. You don't really hear from him. And I think, to me,
that's
the Deshaun Watson thing is, and like Jason said, when Myles Garrett got traded, I could look at Deshaun Watson and say, okay, well, if they think he's going to give him the best opportunity to play and he win the job, then you got Myles Garrett, you got some other veterans on the team, and you want to maximize that. But when you moved on for Myles Garrett, they asked me about Joey Bosa yesterday. I said, absolutely not.
No.
Why would I bring Bosa in here?
No, it makes no sense.
You're playing a bunch of young guys.
Yeah.
Like Jerry Jeudy. If Jerry Jeudy is not up to snuff in camp, I will play Isaiah Bain. I will play Denzel Boston and Casey Concepcion.
G. Bush, I'm gonna text you. We'll have a conversation. Who said Joey Bosa? Who said Joey Bosa's old ass? I'm sorry, but I love it. And y'all know me. Shout out to Deontay Lewis. I'm a big Ohio State edge rusher guy, and specifically. Shout out Chase Young. You feel me? Joey Bosa. Not even Nick. Joey. Okay. Anyway, continuing the Shedeur convo. Don't give me y'all think Tings likes quarterback. Tings likes edge rushers. Did that not? Hey yo. Did that sound crazy? I don't know. Let's continue. Let's get back focused. Look, man, I think G. Bush would just be making too much dang sense. I think G. Bush needs to stop making so much sense because it's making them uncomfortable. They can't get the wires are getting crossed. It's just not. It's not adding up. You feel what I'm saying? So, it is what it is. But, I'm going to leave you with this right here. This is the final QB tracker. And I'm not even going to say nothing. Tings is not even going to say nothing. Y'all can do the maths. Y'all can look at it. You know what I'm saying? Some people say this or that, but I can see some things that, damn, DG. Anyway, that's the point. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. Comment down below what you feel about this. Comment what you feel about all the yapping I just did, man. The Sorsby situation. I'm not gonna dignify the media. I said they say we already heard y'all. We already made videos about that. I'm not gonna remake videos for y'all. I ain't making no more slop content. I ain't doing that for y'all. We gonna keep pushing forward. While they stuck in the past, we're gonna talk about some good stuff. I got a Harold Fanning video coming. I got some evergreen videos coming. So y'all be blessed. Y'all be beautiful. Hype the video, like the video, comment what you feel about this little situation right here. I think
It get dangerous.
You know what I mean? But y'all be blessed, y'all be beautiful. See you next time. Peace. If you're here live, don't go nowhere. Y'all know I'll be trying to outro my video. Does that be freaking y'all out when I be outroing my video? Do y'all get confused? Do y'all think I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Do y'all think I'm ending the stream when I say that? All right, first video done. Based on the poll, it looks like y'all want to hear about the DG disrespect. We always have to make everybody else feel comfortable, and even when we try, they still clench their purse and cross the street. These people, hey, look, that's true. Look, man, you never gonna be, and y'all know, hey, this is a football channel. That's why I don't try. Maybe one day Tings will get into his, sociological bag. You know what I'm saying? I don't have a degree or anything. I have a degree. I don't have a sociology degree, but I took a few sociology classes, so I know one or two things to at least yap about it. Not to teach nobody about nothing, but to yap about it. So maybe you know what I'm saying, have a channel about that. But over here we keep it foosball. I keep it within what I know, and I barely know nothing. So, what's it called? What I will say is what you're saying is 100% correct. It does seem like certain people's mistakes are magnified, and certain people's mistakes are framed in ways in which that, it kind of neutralizes their abilities to be looked at as a human making a mistake. But when having the swords, oh, well, that's just a guy that made a mistake. You know what I'm saying? That's just oh, he didn't know. He's just a kid. Oh, okay. It's just interesting because when you said how you said it, I was like, okay, all right, that's fine. All right, so is that what y'all want? Y'all want oh, sorry, I had to upload this video. I apologize. Let me scoot through this. Let me scoot through this real quick. So Dylan Gabriel, the big update with Dylan Gabriel, I think it's kind of funny. I do think it's kind of funny. I do think it's kind of hilarious. Oh no, why is it copied twice? Don't do that. Oh no, don't do that. Why are you doing that, dog? Oh no, I messed up. So this man DG posted himself as Baker Mayfield. Which is pretty funny. I gotta be honest, which is pretty funny, man. Pretty funny, man. But yeah, let me get this together, and then after that, we're gonna do the evergreen video idea. So let me tell you about the evergreen video idea. So what we're gonna do, and this is gonna be per game by game. So I had and I'm gonna I'll go deeper into it. But I had what's it called? What did I have? I had a high school coach, right? And this high school coach would say something. He would say, plays are won and lost like in 8 plays. Like 8 plays define an entire football game, right? Oof. So what we're gonna do is choose some of those plays and see what's happening and see if we can identify the 8 plays that define Shedeur Sanders' historic, because it was historic. historic win against the Raiders, breaking a lot of curses for what they got going on. You know what I mean? Oh my God. Oh, I didn't know it was this bad. Hey, man, I didn't know it was this bad. Hey, they are deep frying Dylan Gabriel. Oh my God. Oh my God. I actually feel bad for homie. All right, let's get to it. Let's get to it. They are deep frying this motherfucker, dog. Oh my God. I didn't even know it was this bad. Okay. All right. Energy was not going to be able to cut it, but drank the Kool-Aid. Jason Richardson says, Nike paired Shedeur with Ronaldo, FIFA, Shedeur. Ronaldo has 1 billion followers. Nike is the kingmaker. Hey, I'd like to hear it. Big Trizzy, what's going on? I know, right? It's crazy being that he picked DG in Cleveland. Stefanski, it's Stefanski's fault. What's going on, Intel Plays? Same, Leanne. And did I say what's up to you, Leanne? What's it called? What's going on with Keith West as well? I wish they just trade DG. The kid got thrown into the fire, but he doesn't have any stock. There you go. Curlton fight. He did. We gonna show you what he did. Does Mary Kay ever get sick of herself? I don't know. I think that's just her game. You know, that's her game. DG will have a nice back. Will be a nice backup. He was just a pawn in the whole thing. Yeah, it's a tough situation for DG, man. It's a tough situation for Dylan Gabriel, right? It's like, I promise you, I don't want to dogpile on Dylan Gabriel. However, Dylan Gabriel is making it interesting, to say the least. Look, y'all know how I feel. It's the summer of positivity. A lot of y'all in my comments, I see y'all comments. Stop being positive to Dylan Gabriel, teens. No love to Dylan Gabriel. Look, I'm not going to tell y'all to be positive. Y'all can leave mean comments about Dylan Gabriel all y'all want. I'm just telling y'all what Ting is going to do. And Tings, once I want to be positive for DG. However, this is Dylan Gabriel. They don't give Dylan Gabriel enough credit because he be doing stuff. He be poking the hornet's nest. As you see, Dylan Gabriel, and we know he just changed his number to number 6, right? So that's beautiful. That's amazing. Obviously, Jared Verse came in and showed him in the locker room. The problem is the last man to wear number 6 was actually JOK. Right? A great elite Swiss Army linebacker for the Cleveland Browns. And now this weekend, Dylan Gabriel, I guess he feeling himself after throwing a touchdown. Right? And I guess he wants to be Baker Mayfield. And here's my first response to this is, again, I'm not mad at you. Do your thing, right? Do your thing, go crazy. But my question is, like, dog, like they gonna dunk on you, right? You know they gonna make fun of you, right? You know what I'm saying? But to be fair, Dylan Gabriel played for Oklahoma at one point, right? Baker Mayfield, also legend at Oklahoma. I hated every year he was there. As a Texas fan, obviously, it was pain and agony. He was a really good football player for Oklahoma, and obviously forced out the Browns. So my thing is, like, there are so many people with such mixed like Baker Mayfield brings up so many mixed emotions for Browns fans. I'm not sure if that's the right thing to be invoking, but I'm not mad at it. But some people, in the media, maybe they read into it a little deeper. Some people were saying, maybe this is his Baker Mayfield era. And we're gonna watch that and we're gonna get into that. But before we do that, I want y'all to know Dylan Gabriel was having a bad week the other week. I think we can just chalk it up to he just having a bad month. It's just bad for DG. I feel worse and worse and worse. And it's all Kevin Stefanski's fault, and we know that. We all know it's Kevin Stefanski's fault, right? So, apparently, former NFL scout Daniel Kelly at First Round Mock. Now, I want to tell you, if you see that account First Round Mock, he's a liar. He's a liar. He never gets anything right. He's known to be a joke in the world of evaluating quarterbacks. And again, I'm not a scout. I don't know nothing about nothing. I'm just letting you know what the people who know stuff say about First Round Mock. This dude he's a badinga dungus and he's a doofus, right? Doesn't know what he's talking about. And he says, don't count Dillon Gabriel out. And this is what he cites. He says, people keep discrediting Dillon Gabriel with 59% completion percentage without even realizing he was more accurate than Caleb Williams and Shedeur Sanders last season. That's how you know people have an agenda. When you're citing stats like completion percentage, when have you ever seen in the NFL? When have you seen people flaunting completion percentage as the reason why a young quarterback is that's not. Young quarterbacks need to be able to push the ball and take chances. That's actually one of the consistent things, not to bring this about Shedeur. That's one of the more consistent things that people say positively about Shedeur is through all some of the turnovers. Oh, this is a young guy who doesn't have to be taught to push the ball down the field. That's why he has upside. That's why it's Deshaun Watson and the 5th rounder, Shedeur Sanders, which we know is not a 5th rounder, but it is what it is. And it's not the 3rd rounder, Dillon Gabriel. Right? The man who got the chances and got the reins first and got all the golden opportunities and is now a backup. Maybe he's a 3rd quarterback. We'll see. And I thought this was funny because it's easily debunked, right? He says, using completion percentage as the main pillar of your argument is certainly a choice. Gabriel's average intent, because again, we watched the football. We knew Gabriel's average intended air yards per attempt was 5.8 in 2025. Again, not to dogpile on him. But this is what happens, right? When we just start saying stupid stuff. The lowest in the league, additionally, only 4.3 of his pass attempts traveled 20 plus yards. Also the lowest rate in the league. If anybody was wondering, well, why isn't Dillon Gabriel? Why is Dillon Gabriel not getting the opportunity? Because he's not an NFL quarterback. For as many jokes as y'all want to get off about Shedeur and all the haters saying this and that, hey, he can throw the ball down the field. That's an essential thing in a throwing the ball league. You kind of need to be able to throw for 3rd and 7s. What are you gonna do? There were times, and I don't mean to dogpile, but there were legitimate times watching the Dillon Gabriel-led Cleveland Browns where I'm like, oh, it's 3rd and 7. It's over. Y'all can go watch my lives. I told y'all, if they get into 3rd and long, it's over. They're gonna run the ball, or Dillon Gabriel's gonna take a check down. And like clockwork, every single time. I'm not telling you Shedeur Sanders is a perfect quarterback. What I'm telling you is that he has the traits to be a great NFL quarterback. You know what I'm saying? He got traits to be that dude. Dillon Gabriel, anybody who could see that he's not pushing the ball down the field should be easily able to be like, no, absolutely not. And I hate that we have to dogpile on this. I hate that we have to keep coming back and dunking on Dillon Gabriel. But I feel like you kind of doing it to yourself. You posting the Baker Mayfield stuff. Like, Baker Mayfield got busy. Like not for nothing. Baker Mayfield got busy. All right? So maybe you just talking about you going to have a little attitude. Maybe that's what you want. I know there's people in Browns media who love their quarterbacks to have attitude. They were so upset that Shedeur Sanders didn't get out his frame and say, I hate Deshaun Watson. This is a competition. So maybe they'll like this. You know, maybe that's their vibe. Hey, man, shout out to the 499. Sweet T, you're always donating. Thank you. DG with his 5'2" body frame. I should be great at everything else to make it the NFL as a starter. Yep, I agree. Kev gives quarterbacks a bad reps and hard to overcome. That's a big. Hey, and you know, I'm doing this live. Shout out to the chat. They keep speaking about it, but I mean, this is Kevin Stefanski's fault. Like, Stefanski did this. He overdrafted them. He put them in the situation. He apparently fed the media that he was the greatest thing smoking, right? When in reality, I think he could have been a good player, but he just wasn't. He wasn't what y'all said he was. He wasn't operating well. He wasn't pushing the ball down the field. He wasn't even trying to get first downs. He was just trying to not throw interceptions. That's it. And he did a good job not throwing interceptions. He didn't do a great job pushing the ball down the field, giving the defense time, converting 3rd downs, and doing things that NFL quarterbacks need to do. You feel what I'm saying? So now I get it. A lot of dogpiling. I gotta be honest with you, the dogpiling doesn't end. It's been rough. Hanford Dixon and Nick Padone. How y'all feel about Dylan Gabriel? How y'all feeling?
And I've said it over and over again. Whoever had that third-round pick, whoever picked in the third round have lost. Nick, what are you?
I think whoever made that pick is in Atlanta now, top dog. I don't think you got to worry about who made that draft pick anymore.
I mean, I just don't understand how. And I wish the kid well. I mean, I really do, and I hope he's a success in.
Yes, big on that. Big on that. For real. I don't want to play these games. Got that apple juice on me. Oh, sorry.
Hey, yo, what?
Look, I'm not gonna play games with y'all. Look, I out of the love and respect and the admiration that y'all give me, the fact that y'all give me y'all 20 minutes of your day, your 60 minutes of your day. I have over 40,000 subscribers. I'm not saying that to flex. I'm not saying that to be blah, 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 blah. I'm saying that to say I have a responsibility, I think, not to just be slandering a young man who wants to live out his dream, right? At the end of the day, Dylan Gabriel's done some silly things. He's made some mistakes on the football field, maybe, and maybe even off the football field. And we can hold him to those things, right? And I'm going to hold him to those things. But when it comes to getting anything past the line of wishing, bad or evil, I'm just not here for it. Ask Deion Sanders. If Deion Sanders and Deion Sanders said nothing but positive things about Dylan Gabriel. Because again, Dylan Gabriel, and this is because we can't have it both ways. I want people to respect Shedeur Sanders' collegiate career because it is a legendary, no hyperbole. No hyperbole. It is a legendary collegiate career. And Dylan Gabriel's collegiate career wasn't bad either. He got a pretty good collegiate career too. He's done some good things. He's led to college football. He took Oregon to some heights that they hadn't really seen in a while. He's done some good things now. Let's not disrespect him. At 5'9", right? Like everything stacked against him. He made it happen. He had a lot of talent around him. Right? But you got to respect that. I respect what he does off the field, give it back to his community and stuff like that. Right? So I want to make sure we draw a line between, I don't know, maybe poking fun and addressing the situation that seems to be a little slanted. And it seemed like he had a lot of the opportunities, right? He seemed like he had everything in his favor. It's okay to laugh and point. I'm not going to stop, and I'm not going to stop y'all for doing whatever. I don't want the dude to fail, though. I don't want that. I really don't. I don't want to disrespect him. What's it called? They are both young men. So I'm just wishing the best for all of them. But from a football standpoint, this really shouldn't be a conversation. And Nick Padone, of all people, he said, hey, man, this is what they said was going on at minicamp and OTAs, dog.
They honestly should probably just do this kid a favor and set him free because he does not belong. And we're getting ready to go into a very important week for this competition with Sanders seemingly making some ground against Deshaun Watson in this competition. Over these next 3 days, they're going to be so paramount and so important, and yet you've got Dylan Gabriel just standing around throwing the worst passes that you've ever seen in these practice sessions. It's just bad.
Okay. I want it to be known that Nick Padone is like a guy who probably would prefer Brendan Sorsby over Shedeur. Like, this is not this is what this whole week's been about. Like, and this is separate. This is a Dylan Gabriel video. The whole week has really been focused about like how the most anti-Shedeur people in Browns media are like, hey man, Shedeur is hey, he doing what he needs to do, right? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, hey, Jalen Ramsey, Keith West, go ask Jalen Ramsey if I feel about DJ. Hey man, what else can you say, man? Nah, man, but for real, like, golly, like, I want to point something out that last offseason, we had reports that Dylan Gabriel was not that good. The only people who were saying that Dylan Gabriel was amazing and the offense was so amazing for some reason was Mary Kay and certain people in the Browns media, but we never saw it. We saw videos of him throwing picks, getting hit at the line. We didn't see it. We all said it don't look good. We got the quarterback tracker and it says that don't look good, but they put him out there anyway. Look, I don't know what to tell you. And now for a second year, this is Nick Padone. This is not Shedeur fan 26. This isn't Tings reporting Dylan Gabriel is doing bad. This is Nick Padone who is like Deshaun Watson or Shedeur, and he's seeing Dylan Gabriel, and he feels bad for him. Do you know how bad? Like and you know what's so crazy? I saw that little video of Shedeur and he threw a pass and Mike Hall like batted it because he was standing right there. He went left to right. Everybody was getting their jokes off. It's so funny that this man Nick Padone just blatantly said Dylan Gabriel he only throws like 4 or 5 passes in a practice. He's saying he's throwing the worst passes he's ever seen. Nobody's saying anything about it. Nobody cares. This video has 7 likes. Nobody's talking about it. So as much as I want things to be positive for DG, man, how easy is it to be Dylan Gabriel? Just don't post no Baker Mayfield stuff, please. Because if you're telling me you are pissing down your leg at camp and Nick Padone is calling it out, but nobody nobody cares. They just expect Dylan Gabriel to be that garbage. That's awful, man. And I feel bad for the dude. I really do. But some people say, hey, man, look, to be fair, Dylan Gabriel was throwing to these wide receivers, right? I will, to give him a little bit of credit, these are the wide receivers Dylan Gabriel and Shedeur Sanders had. That's Jerry Jeudy, by the way. So I'll give him that. That's the one point that I will give Dylan Gabriel. He had to throw to this god-awful wide receiver specifically, and Jerry Jeudy. But to end this, to double down on the Kevin Stefanski point, I think I'm a nerd. I think about football a lot, right? Now I was thinking about football games, and I have this idea for something, whatever, and I just think about like football games of the last season, and in my head I was like, oh my god, like a football game that I was thinking about was actually this one was when Dylan Gabriel was playing the Steelers versus Browns, and not that I forgot that this happened, but I was like so taken aback when I was like, oh my god, this is the game where they made Dylan Gabriel, he dropped back like 50 times and threw the ball like 47 times. Like he had like 40 something attempts. Kevin Stefanski needs to be, hey man, he need to be trialed for his crimes. This man had a rookie quarterback, a 5'9" rookie quarterback behind the worst offensive line in football and one of the worst wide receiver cores in football. He made him throw the ball 59 times, and it was raining, and it was wet and moist. I don't think it was raining, but it was moist. He made him throw the ball 40 times against a veteran Steelers defense. Did Kevin Stefanski hate Dylan Gabriel? What? Does Kevin Stefanski just hate Dylan Gabriel? Like, that's my real question. I want you to answer that in the comment under this video. What else is that? That's evil. That's some evil stuff to make him throw 43 times. But hey, man, y'all let me know down below. Like the video if you like it. Dislike if you don't. I feel bad for DG. If you feel bad for DG, let me know. If you don't feel bad for DG, don't feel bad for him. But like the video if you like it. Dislike it if you don't. Hype the video. Be great. Be beautiful. Be blessed. If you're here live, don't go nowhere. We see you next time. Peace. Sweet Tea with another donation. Man, you keeping that diaper fund nice. I appreciate that. She says, so they have DG and Green. Who makes the roster? If they don't have Green on the roster, he can be snatched by another team, right? Yeah, they're gonna have to move Dylan Gabriel. That's the answer. The answer is they're gonna have to move Dylan Gabriel. Keith West says, Keith West says the only reason Kyler Murray was such a beast was because he had a big arm and he was really able to escape the pocket. DG couldn't escape his run before his mother closed the door. Yeah, that was the thing I was the most shocked about. I swore he was mobile enough, I thought, at Oregon. But when he played in the NFL, Shedeur is faster than Dylan Gabriel. I didn't expect that. But Shedeur moves out of the pocket better than Dylan Gabriel. I would have not that I thought Shedeur was bad, but I was like, oh yeah, Dylan Gabriel can move a little bit. He cannot. He was like running in quicksand every time he tried to like run. It was confusing actually. I was quite confused. Okay. I didn't even realize how much Browns content I actually had ready together. Because we did Dylan Gabriel, and we still have Monken versus Stefanski. So how about this? I need to get together something for the Evergreen video that I want to do. I'm gonna do another poll, and I'm gonna talk to y'all for a second. So, and I'm gonna explain the video because the video concept is interesting. I already did, but like in detail of how we're gonna do it. So what video next do y'all want to? So other team mini camp. So it's like it's just y'all want to check in on some other team mini camps, or we can do. We already did that one. Oh, we can check in on Cam Ward too. Apparently, he had a really good minicamp day or OTA. Is it OTA or minicamp? I forgot. I think they're in OTAs. I mean, minicamp. All these, everybody's schedule is like so crazy. Everybody's like, some people starting this and starting that. It's like, it's a lot. All right, Dylan Gabriel, we did that one. That video's done. Let me throw this up. I'm gonna go live with that Dylan Gabriel video tonight. So y'all be on the lookout for that one. But this is what we finna do. We have some mini camp stuff. I want to check in on my guy Ted Hurst. Y'all know I like a big receiver. Pause if need be. But I like a big dog on the outside. You know what I mean? I like somebody who you can just drag the nuts across somebody's face. That one, that's too much. Hey yo, that's too much. I apologize. But no, for real. Ted Hurst, big 6'3" dude. He's getting the George Pickens comps out of Georgia State. I also really like small school people too. Small school guys are typically they can go crazy. Shout out Khalil Mack, right? Shout out Khalil Mack. Shout out Antonio Brown before the demons got to him. But not the point. Let me do this real quick. Boom. That's not a good title. I'm gonna have to make another title. It's all good though. All right, so I really want to get together this evergreen video. We're gonna do it at some point. I want to go through the top 8 plays, not really top 8 plays, but the 8 plays that made Shedeur Sanders, what's it called? Very legendary, very historic. Again, that's not me making it up. That's what it says on the tin. It is by definition historic. Win against the Raiders. First rookie to win his first game. Starting games, I believe, 1999. And 1999 is really officially the time that the Browns became the Browns. If y'all didn't know that, do the knowledge. So Ted Hurst, he's doing big things. If we have time, we can check in over there if y'all want to see that. Let me see what y'all got. We also have, by the way, we got a little bit of Texans. Yeah. I really try to save y'all the Texans because I don't. That's one thing, man. As a Texans fan, it's just you know what I mean? I get too emotional about this, dog. I get too invested. I'm gonna be crying if I talk about the Texans. And I said, yo, Joe Burrow. He's throwing picks, but he's also throwing bombs. That was crazy. We gotta review this. This one right here. Yeah, man. Yeah, we gotta talk about that. But before we do that, in between it, while y'all do y'all stuff, I got a few quick hitters too. I'm gonna start doing this for like some short form content. You know what I mean? And what we're gonna do is we're gonna check a few things out. This first thing is Rashee Rice, man. Rashee Rice, and I'm gonna let it play real quick, and then I'm gonna come and then I'm gonna actually react to it. I'm gonna let y'all look at it first. This is Rashee Rice. As y'all know, he was serving his time, doing what he needed to do, and he doing the dash right now. He gone. He doing the dash right now. He out of there. Dog. Done did the dash. So y'all. I want y'all to evaluate. Watch this film, and we gonna react to this, man. We gonna react to this. Oh, this is not what I want. That boy Rashee Rice was up out of there. So we ain't gonna take too much time on this. We gonna get back to it. Boom. We're going to go boom. What I want is him versus the Raiders. We're going to pick 8 plays from the Raiders game. What is going on? The heck? Oh, I'm not signed in. Wait, yes I am. What? Huh? What? I'm sorry.
Say in terms of the personnel as well.
Okay, what is going on? Yeah, dog. Yeah. Oh my God, it's breaking. It's breaking. I'm sorry, NFL Plus is breaking. Oh my God. Why is it doing this? What is going on? Okay, NFL Pro is like breaking right now, dog. Like, what is going on? I'm sorry about that. What was that? Was that week 11? No, it was like 12. Nope. 15. 13. All right, here we go. We're gonna come back to this. We're gonna come back to this. But so let's talk about Rashee Rice really quickly. Oh yeah, I'm always truths, baby. If it ain't the truth, it ain't getting loose. You feel what I'm saying? Okay, let's really talk about it, man. Rashee Rice doing the dash right now. He hit the back pedal and then hit the little cheesy scoot out the building. As we know, he was dealing with a little situation. He had to do his little 30 days because he's an idiot. Because he's an idiot. Because he keeps messing up on his parole. We know he got into the whole car situation. And I just thought this was the funniest way to avoid all the cameras going at you. You just gonna back your ass up. Like, you just gonna back. Hey, man, shut up. Can somebody turn? Anyway, Rashee Rice, stop backing that ass up on people trying to film you leaving. All right, this is not good form. This is not good nothing. I got people honking in the background. I don't know if you can hear it because my mic that nice. And you giggled while you went through the door. I don't know, man. I feel really weird. But these motherfuckers chasing after him are even weirder. Y'all are some weirdos, dog. It's a lot of weird. It's a lot of weirdism going on. But that's, again, real quick. Had to do a short. Now, this one's interesting. Can y'all hear that? Can y'all hear that? That is confusing. Sorry. They somebody needs to turn that car off. Thank you. Damn. Sorry. Shit. Anyway. Yeah, that was pretty funny. That was pretty funny. But let's start here. Travis Hunter's little brother, Travis Hunter. Does he know ball? Does Travis Hunter's little brother know ball for real?
Start bench cut then between DeAnthony Thomas,
the mom,
Tavon Austin, and Percy Harvin in college.
DeAnthony Thomas starting.
Yeah.
Tavon Austin and cutting the last person.
Cutting Percy Harvin.
He doesn't know. He don't know who Percy Harvin is. Oh my God. Okay. This is what I'm gonna say. DeAnthony Thomas is that dude. So like you ain't gonna convince me nothing else. Just off of nostalgia in watching his K-State film and Rose Bowl film, you ain't doing nothing with DeAnthony Thomas. He's starting. So let's get that out the way. There needs to be a bigger conversation with Percy Harvin than Tavon Austin. Percy Harvin was a true athlete. Like, he was an athlete and a real deal NFL prospect. Tavon Austin was more of a project NFL guy. But the reason why I can't argue with his list, he needs to know who Percy is. He can't just disrespect him and say whoever that was. But the reason I have to agree with Tavon Austin is because Tavon Austin legitimately has one of the greatest highlight films. I think D'Anthony Thomas is better, if you ask me. But he has one of the most legendary and greatest highlight films of all time. So it's as easy as that, right? It's easy as that. How do we feel about Henry Ruggs getting denied at his parole hearing, considering other things that happened since he's been behind bars? Whoa, busy. No, you don't know who Percy. Please don't say that. I think this is the year Cam Titans realized they made a huge mistake. Actually, apparently there was some positives. Oh, y'all actually want it. Y'all want the Cam Ward check-in. Okay. There's actually a lot of Cam Ward videos. So what had happened was there was apparently some struggles, and we had talked about that at one point. But then apparently that boy Cam Ward started to heat up. I don't know what is this? What are they doing? They're doing some weird joke. Anyway, but yeah, I'm gonna add a few more Cam Ward videos because this man, what does this motherfucker be doing? He just be doing shit. Like, look at this nigga, dog. Look at this nigga, please. Look. Wait. Come on, dog. Come on, dog. Come on, dog. Come on, dog. You don't need to be doing all that, right? He wilding, right? We got some Cam Ward videos too. Elagayo Manor doing it big too. Shout out to Elagayo Manor. He's quite the dog, I think. Get some Cam Ward vidges in. Sorry, these were coming out as the stream was going on, so I couldn't even have these together. I usually make all my stuff together like hours beforehand, but hours beforehand, these motherfuckers aren't out there yet, so had to figure that one out. I love to see it, man. Them uniforms is real nice, man. I'm jealous a little bit. But we don't need to have that conversation. All right, plenty of videos from Cam Ward. Jeffrey Simmons going crazy. He doing his thing. Lots of videos today. I love checking in on the Titans. They do a good job. Like, their media, they capture stuff. Like, every time they have a practice, it's like, okay, yeah, we got plenty. Sometimes it'd be hard to like put stuff together when certain teams do their stuff. It's like, did y'all even talk to nobody? Like, I don't even know what's happening. Are y'all even allowed to film? Like wait, what? I don't even know what's going on. All right, cool. I think we're ready to go for Cam Ward. Quick little check in here. Won't be nothing crazy. All right, cool. I think we got everything we need, man. Let's talk about it. Let's check in. What the fuck? What are they doing? Like, what are they doing? All right, cool. Yeah. All right, man. Sorry. I had to double check some stuff. Let's get into it. Let's get back into it. So, now, Cam got some help. Yeah, he does have some help. Seems like the only camp people are watching these days are they rock with the Browns camp. They do rock with the Browns camp. But y'all want to check in with Cam Ward. I'll let y'all vote a little longer. Let's check it out. Let's see what Cam Ward's got going on. Now, there has been there's been a lot of rumblings, a lot of negative press around Cam Ward. And apparently, a lot of the media members are saying he's struggling. It's this, it's that, it's very bad. But I told y'all not to overreact to it. I told y'all, like, dog, it's a second-year player, new offense, new regime, new everything. Can you give him a chance while he's in shorts to make some mistakes and get better? And it seems like the head coach also didn't really have any issues and worries about what Cam Ward was going through either.
We did that last week. Yesterday was more physicals and a little step team bonding exercise, but they know the expectation. We'll hit those again on Thursday and just what they need to get done over the next 40 days and what we need to get done over the next 40 days to prepare ourselves for the season.
You've had quite a bit of time leading up to this now. What have you learned about your football team as you get ready to get them all out here?
They'll do anything we ask. Really good group of kids, or young men, I should say, and so we're not worried about that. But like I said, guys, it's from an OTA standpoint. Anyone who thinks they know their football team after a bunch of bobbleheads running around with big helmets on, they're lying to you. So.
He said lying to his. I didn't know he was a Yinzer. He's a Yinzer? I didn't know Robert Saleh was a Yinzer. But here is actually more specifically on Cam Ward's progress.
It's a little bit of both. Where they're good. All these guys are going to miss throws, whether it's and knock on wood, have been around long enough. I would say Brock Purdy is one of the most accurate quarterbacks in all of football, and he would miss a lot of throws, and that's okay. These guys are all working on a few things here and there, but as we get closer, as he gets more comfortable with the system, as he gets more comfortable with what he's being asked play in and play out, the expectation is that things start cleaning up. And so what he's doing now, I think, like I said, I think he's had an outstanding OTA. He's done a lot of really good things, especially in those move the ball periods. And like everybody on this team, the expectation is that he continues to get better.
So it really seems like the head coach isn't really worried about it. He seems like not only is he confident in the team, but more confident in what Cam Ward's progress and what it can be, right? And I think he said it better than I could say it, right? It's just he's learning the system, he's getting through it, he's trying to clean things up. And if there's any time that you need to make mistakes, it's in practice, right? Get your kinks out, do the different things, and kind of take it from there. So I'm happy that the head coach is coming with a little bit of common sense. Now, I want to show y'all this psychopath Cam Ward, right? Y'all see this arm angle right now? Do y'all see what's wrong with this fool, man? Come on, dog. Hey, man, I just want to say, I was reading your message. Busy Enough said, he said, just want to take this time to say I've been watching you since last year. You've become one of my favorite channels. Can't wait for some college football. Busy Enough said, first, I appreciate you showing appreciation. 2, if you want college football stuff, I think you already know that, but second channel. We're going to do second channel over there. We're going to do college football. And by the way, I don't know if y'all know, because again, if you've been watching for a year, Busy Enough, you know what's up. I am going to return the college football videos where we do like instant reaction and stuff like that. I didn't do them on this channel as much as we were doing NFL. I learned that the NFL and college don't really, you know what I'm saying? They don't mesh well. So be on the lookout for that. I am gonna bring that back whenever the season comes back. So very fun stuff. Very, very fun stuff. But yeah, man, this dude be just doing whatever. This dude be whipping the ball any which way he wants to, man. I don't think a man who can throw the ball like that is going to be able to fail. Shout out Gunnar Ham, hook 'em horns. Y'all know what's going on. Let's take a peek at some of the actual football, man. That's what we're here for, right? So, A to Z Sports Nashville, they had a few notes. They said sidearm touchdown to Gunnar Helm in the red zone. Touchdown throw to Bellinger. Savvy touchdown toss to Wandale. Wandale dropped another touchdown. Wandale Robinson. Cam playing more free and loose in the pocket from last week. So last week we talked about it. Everybody said the sky was falling. It seemed like all the Titans media was having a bit of a conniption. They were like I said, the sky was falling. Cam Ward was apparently so awful in OTAs and yada, yada, yada. And, sometimes, and I appreciate them for correcting themselves. I appreciate them for pointing out the fact that this is a new system. I appreciate them pointing out, I believe it was the same program, A to Z Networks, pointing out that, hey, look, Caleb Williams struggled in his second year. Drake May struggling in the second year, and all of these things that the biggest thing they have in common is not only do they have the potential to have great second years, which Caleb Williams and Drake May did have great second years, but more importantly, they all had new complete regimes. Right, when you have a complete overhaul of a coaching staff, you're gonna have a time to adjust, to try to understand what's really going on. And a guy like Cam Ward, who has, I think just all levels of, talent, right? Whether it be arm talent, whether it be his ability just to play the game of football, right? There's enough there that once you allow him to get comfy, once you allow him to play in his own way at his own speed, that you should expect a lot more positivity to happen, right? So I'm happy that Cam Ward is now seemingly getting a bunch of positive remarks coming from, when just a week ago. Look, man, what you're going to learn, if this is your first NFL offseason, I'm sure it's none of y'all's, but pretending like it's some of y'all's first NFL offseason, you're going to learn really quick that people, we overreact so much when people have shorts on. Like this, I cannot stress to you how little any of this matters. Like it couldn't matter less when people are in shorts, in helmets. Like we are at the bottom of the barrel when it comes to the severity and importance and level and how much these things are going to impact the actual game that we start seeing when it comes to fall. But hey, man, it's football. So, hey, at least it's something, man. And shout out to one of my favorite wide receivers coming out of college, coming out of Stanford. Because remember, he did his thing against Travis Hunter, man. You do his thing against Travis Hunter, I got to respect it. I like Alec Ayomanor. He's a strong guy. I have a thing for Stanford players ever since Christian McCaffrey and Andrew Luck. And shout out Bryce Love, too. I have a thing for them Stanford players. I rock with them. I think it's cool. Richard Sherman. I think it's cool to be small and be out there hooping and whooping, dog. So that's super, super duper fresh. Good to see some of the wide receivers getting there, man. This is a somebody pointed out. I think Trizzy. Yeah, shout out to Big Triz. He pointed out in the live chat that look, man, this is big, man. This is big when it comes to the amount of weapons that Cam Ward's going to be able to have, because this is a dynamic wide receiver room, right? This is one of the better wide receiver rooms. Let me pump the brakes. This is one of the most intriguing wide receiver rooms in the NFL right now as it stands, right? You've got a lot of interesting athletes, right? Obviously, the Calvin Ridleys of the world, the Carnell Tate, who we're going to hear from today. I have a few videos from him talking as well. Calvin Ridley, Carnell Tate, Gunnar Helm, Wan'Dale Robinson, right? There's a lot of fun. Alec Ayomanor, Xavier Restrepo, if he gets some playing time as well. A lot of guys that can give you some interesting value on the outside there. Tony Pollard's great at catching the ball as well. Tajay Spears isn't bad either. But here's Carnell Tate getting some work as well. And these are clips from today, by the way. Sometimes I'm a day behind with the Titans stuff, but I'm here today with it. Same day. Ugh. He just looks smooth, man. He just looks absolutely smooth. So now here are some more. Ooh, look at how he does it, the way he does it, Calvin Ridley. Ooh, Calvin Ridley, the route running. Obviously, it's been a while since we've seen Calvin Ridley play at a high level, but look, man, he's got sure hands and the route running is absolutely disgusting. So if you can get him healthy for this season and you have the full force of this wide receiver room, it could get scary. It could get real scary. It could get real serious. And as you see, Carnell Tate, he just moves a little different, dog. He moves like an Ohio State wide receiver. He moves like a guy that, by the way, I didn't know he's IMG guy. He's an IMG guy. So, he moves like it. Alec Ayomanor is definitely a little stiffer. He's almost like I say AJ. Don't get a case of the Jerry Judy's, Calvin Ridley. We don't need that right now. Like I was saying, he's almost Alec Ayomanor is almost like a AJ Brown type. The way that he plays, not really like a build. When I say that is just he's a physical catch guy, right? He might not be the most fluid, but he goes up and gets that thing and pulls it out the air. So that's his game. There goes Xavier Restrepo. Obviously, he's clean with the routes there, and you can even see I think there's some. There's some really good breaks there coming from Alec Ayomanor. You can see the improvements out of there from him though. So that's really good to see. Breakdown there. Nice little breakdown. Good to see from the wide receivers, man. Good to see it. Now, come on. Can we give the respect to the big dogs? Jeffrey Simmons back in action. You love to see it. You love to see the big dogs, man. He loved to see the big dogs, man. Come on now, Jeffrey Simmons. I really appreciate, it's one thing for Cam Ward, because obviously we know Cam Ward talked all that trash to Jeffrey Simmons as soon as he got there. But it's one thing to talk that trash. It's another thing to have a veteran also recognize that and be like, hey, man, like, and really respect that and have that back and forth. And I think it's creating an interesting conversation. And I think they have a dope relationship, too. Like, that's the most important thing, too. So, a few more clips here. We got Cam Ward to Alec Io Manor and a few more. Alec Io Manor, Bryce Oliver, and Calvin Ridley. Did I already watch these? I think we already watched these. Let's get up out of here. We already watched these. Now, in closing, Robert Saleh, remember, he did say he had an outstanding period. A lot of people were having they were very scared. They were very worried about Cam Ward. They were saying all these nasty things about Cam Ward. He's got problems. He's got issues. He's got accuracy problems. But, hey, finished strong and finished great. And he's seemingly looking better and better as time goes. So let's hear from the guy himself, Cam Ward, speaking about some summer breaks and some expectations about 2026. Let's hear. Let's start her.
Just got to go. You got to work out. You got to get up and go each and every day. You got 40 days till we start camp. So, the break is for us, January to February, maybe early March. There's no more time for breaks for nobody in the locker room. We just gotta go. We're behind the 8 ball. We finished with the number 4
Ty
pick last
Montgomery.
year.
That's a good.
Our goal is not to be top 15 picks. We want to be later. That means we get a chance at the playoffs. We get a chance to win a division. That's our goal each and every year.
Ty Montgomery. Let me make sure. Let me see if I can find. I can't believe I missed out on Ty Montgomery. Let me make sure I get that. But I love Cam Ward's a demon, dog. He just wants to grind, dog. He said, I don't know what y'all talking about, a break. We ain't got much time, so let's get to it. Let's watch the other video. Let me see if I can find some updates about Tyrod Montgomery as well. What's it called? This is, I think, a little longer. Oh, no, this is the same thing about him speaking about breaks and just the level and what he's expecting so far. Now let's hear from Wan'Dale Robinson. Well, from Carnell Tate about Wan'Dale Robinson and a few other things as well. So let's go here.
I'm gonna try to take Wan'Dale and all the older guys, Wan'Dale, EK, E, and they're read about how it can be better than what they can see and what would they do differently.
How helpful has Wan'Dale been, given his experience in the offense? Has it helped shorten the learning curve for you guys?
Yeah, Wan'Dale's been a tremendous help for me. Especially I go out there some plays and blank, and then Wan'Dale helps me because he knows what everyone has because he's been with David for the past 4 or 5 years.
And then, so, he was speaking about, what that means to have a veteran like Wan'Dale Robinson in the room. Now, the key to being comfortable in learning new schemes. And he even shouts out Brian Hartline. So this is interesting. New USF head coach.
I was more comfortable. I just feel like I was more uncomfortable since the first day. It just unlearning a bunch of things I learned from college and relearning the new offense and new system here.
Brian Dable, he said, despite doing this for a long time, you're one of the best guys at picking things up, and we see you moving across the formation and everything. What's been the key for you to play all these positions but still play as smoothly and as fast as you have?
It started with Coach Hartline at Ohio State. He made it a priority for me to learn all the different receiver groups because the more you understand what each position has, the more you understand the playbook. So it was just nothing new. Just coming over here, like the more positions you know, the more you understand the playbook. And that way you're able to play different positions.
Love to see that, right? And the biggest thing there is what you love to see is the fact that he continues, He continues to find new ways, to grow, right? And also the fact that he's impressing Brian Daboll, someone who's been doing it for that long, is very, very impressive to hear, right? Obviously, I think Brian Hartline is probably on his way to making it to the NFL here pretty soon as well. But shout out to him and what he does and what the machine that he turned that wide receiver room in Ohio State into. So speaking of Brian Daboll, he was caught doing an interesting little drill here with Cam Ward and Wan'Dale Robinson, a little like an F1 reaction drill type thing. I don't know what's going on here. I don't know what's going on here. What's it called? I don't know what y'all think about this. That's interesting. So that's kind of fire. I didn't see anything specifically, by the way, from Tyrod Montgomery today, so probably just didn't have anything crazy going on. I think we saw him in a few of the clips, so that's good to see. I don't know how we feel about that drill, but let's hear Brian Daboll speaking about Cam Ward's accuracy, speaking about Wan'Dale Robinson, and a few other things as well.
Well, I think you have to look at the whole picture and see where the deep safeties are and the tempo and arc and pace that you need to throw with the football, controlling the middle of field safety, using your eyes the right way, movement. There's different adjustments that receivers have relative to when the ball is coming, how quickly it's coming. Is it an over-top throw? Is it a back shoulder throw? All those things are tied in together, Paul. It's not the quarterback, it's not the receiver, it's a line. It's everybody in terms of completing a successful play. But he's had plenty of those good ones too. So, again, what I'm looking for is our grasp, being able to operate quickly, having our eyes in the right spot, being able to move defenders when we need to move them, slight reset and throws when we need to have them, and give our guys a chance. And I think each practice, we go back in there, we look at the tape, have a lot of confidence in Cam, and have a lot of confidence in the other quarterbacks.
Oh my God, there's so many people asking questions. That's interesting from Brian Daboll. I don't trust Brian Daboll, but we'll see. Look, if one thing that you should trust Brian Daboll with is building a really good offense around a talented quarterback. But if Cam Ward regresses in any way, we know who to blame. It's old Brian Daboll. But interesting check-in with old Cam Ward and the Titans. Good stuff, good times. I love to see that he kind of put to bed some of the worries that a lot of people had and seems to be going on the right path and the right spot. So good to hear and good to see. I want to see more of this from Cam Ward. As long as y'all win every game, that's not the Texans. That's how I feel about every team. The Browns, I want y'all to win every game. That's not the Texans. The Titans win every game. That's not the Texans. Everybody win all of y'all's games as long as the Texans wins all of their games as well. I don't care. So y'all be blessed. Y'all be great. Y'all be beautiful. Hype this video. If you're here live, we still going. We ain't going nowhere. But if you're not here live, we'll see you next time. Be blessed. Hype the video. Like the video. Subscribe. Do all that fun stuff. We see you next time. Peace. Peace. Marsha Dixon. I haven't heard that in forever. I haven't heard the DG punching his teammate. Dylan Gabriel did not punch his teammate. Can I tell y'all something? Just so y'all know. Last season, by the way, and it's still going on. Last season, them AI accounts was going crazy. They were going crazy. And they made a lie that Dylan Gabriel punched a teammate, which I thought was the craziest thing to make up because it's so verifiable that he didn't do that. But, yeah, no. Why do you always say goodbye and you stay on the string? Because I'm recording a video, by the way. If y'all want to know, the reason why I say bye is because I'm stopping a recording. That's all it is. I'm outroing my video. I'm outroing the video I'm making. By the way, quick clips. Hope you're doing all right. All I can say, the first shall be last, especially if you don't give all the glory to God. I never heard SS speak ill of any player. Now, Marsha, that's 100% correct. That ain't nothing wrong with that at all. What you just said right there, that's factual. Ain't nothing to fact check there, dog. That's just real life. Hey. All right, so what did we do today? We've done Cam Ward. We did the shorts. We did Dylan Gabriel. We did Shedeur. Man, we did a lot of stuff. Okay, so here are the last things that we can do. The last videos we have. Here we go. We can do. Oh, here we go. I do want to do an Arch Manning video for the second channel. Just check in on the Arch Manning hype because there is a lot of more Arch Manning hype. We can do that. We can do Atlanta update. Right? We can do an Atlanta update. Or we can do the mini camp update. Y'all voted out. Let me finish this up. And then I'm not sure. That might it's getting a little late. It is getting a little late. That might be the last video. Leonte says, what's going on here? Hey, we've been yapping a lot. We've been doing a lot of yapping. We've been live for a cool, hour and some change? We talked about Dylan Gabriel. We talked about Shedeur. We talked about Cam Ward. We talked about Rashee Rice. We talked about Tavon Austin. Like, we talked about it, dog. I'm making the buzz. You doing opposite. What else y'all got going on? I'm tired of Arch Manning. Can we talk about how Mendoza followed Shedeur Sanders' blueprint and gets no backlash? What do you mean his blueprint? What you mean by his blueprint? Crush. Drop the octane in the stuff. Oh. No combine, didn't go to the draft. You know, and this is not, you know, I'm a big Shedeur guy, so it's not me taking a dig at Shedeur. It's really more of a, like, the point of the reason why people were just making a big deal about what Shedeur was doing. What Shedeur was doing, that's not new. Like, not going to the combine and not going, and I'm sure you know that, but like, it's just the way people perceive. And might I add, at the time, and that's the nastiest thing about the Shedeur situation, people didn't have a problem with it. Like, some people brought it up, but people always have a problem with it. Like, people always, they just bring it up and like, oh my God, he doesn't want to compete. They just bring it up. And it's not like it hasn't really been a big thing in the last 5 years because he was looked at as a first round pick. So I think that is the fact that it wasn't new that what Shedeur was doing is the reason why it's like, I don't know why people wanted to act like this is the first time that a quarterback didn't do it. Like, it was just weird. And they retroactively did it too. It was odd. But I see what you're saying. Okay. Hey, that's a good title right there. All right, what y'all want to see? Which I'm asking y'all what y'all want to see. Ooh, it's 6 votes. Yeah, but his reason was to get more eyes on his guys. That's real. Now that's real. Busy enough said that's real. That's real. Talk about it. Talk about it. Now that right there. All right, somebody break the tie. The whole Shedeur situation is odd. I just had to do so much research to go back and see for myself what kind of player he was, what type of person he was, trying to decide, is he a real person? Is he a real person? He's a real person. He's real. It's real life. All right, y'all are deadlocked at 6 votes. Somebody make another vote, please. Everybody's all tied up in the middle there. Granted, I don't have a lot of Arch Manning content. Like, I thought y'all were not gonna vote Arch Manning, but right now it's kind of neck and neck. Watch Well Off. We can watch a Well Off Media video. Oh, I saw Well Off. Oh, that's what I meant to watch. Well Off Media uploaded a Shedeur Sanders like compilation, which is really cool. That's super fire. We can use that to what's it called? We're gonna have oh my God, this is an hour long. It's an hour long. Oh my God. That's kind of fire. That's super fire, actually. Well, we're gonna have to check that out. Leonte, that's exactly. And can I be honest with you? Okay, it looks like y'all want an Atlanta update. All right, Atlanta's winning. We'll do Atlanta update. I think that's why people have such a problem with him, because I don't think they, like, to your point, I don't think they believe it. I think that's why, I think you made a really good point. I think when they see that he's just happy and he's just goofy and he wants to have a good time and he really loves football, I don't think what's it called? Like, I don't think they believe that he should be able to do that. Like, I don't think they believe, like, I guess they want him to, everybody says he's an asshole all the time, so I guess they want him to just be an asshole. So I think that's what's going on, if you ask me. But that's a really good point. So we'll check in on Atlanta. It seems like y'all broke the tie and put Atlanta. So, oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. Excuse me. Yeah, I'm gonna. Hey, if you miss watching him play football, I'm probably not gonna record it in this stream. I might record it tonight, but I have the perfect idea to how I'm gonna record a certain type of video. We just kind of talked about so many other teams today that, like, we went deep in on the Cam War. Now we're about to go Falcons, right? So we talked about a lot. I wasn't expecting us to talk about this much stuff and to talk about as much as we did with Shedeur. So, if you want to see what kind of player SS is, watch Well Off Media. He's been that way. Been a hard worker. He took his teammates to Miami and they were practicing on the beach. Hey, preach it. But let's check in with old Kevon Stefanski, man. Kevon Stefanski. Look, I promise you, I wasn't being negative to Kevin Stefanski because I got beef with Kevin Stefanski. It's just because a lot of negative stuff was happening to the Falcons. You had to fire a defensive assistant, I believe, because of some crazy allegations. James Pierce was ramming Rakia Jackson. You had all these people. You had general managers behind the scenes calling out the Falcons for poor offseason acquisition. But it seems like Kevin Stefanski is starting to get some more positive news, as it seems like, and I don't think this is positive for the general public, but at least positive for the Falcons, as the Falcons defensive end James Pierce Jr. returned to the team's Flowery Branch training facility today for the first time since being charged with aggravated battery and fleeing law enforcement back in February 7th. Pierce is expected to take part in this week's mandatory minicamp. He is not anticipated to address the media. Now, Kevin Stefanski did talk to the media today, so we'll watch that. But first, let's watch a little football and see on the football field kind of what's being updated and what's going on from there. So I think the big thing, obviously, everybody wants to talk about, wherever Stefanski goes, an interesting quarterback controversy seems to follow. You got our guy Tua throwing a ball out there outside. And then you got our guy Michael Penix, the pair of lefties, 1, 2, 3. Ew! And he made him kind of adjust the ball there. So a lot of people had opinions there. And then you have Michael Penix finding Kyle Pitts. And look at old Stefanski standing right in the middle. You know, it's funny. And I'm going to have a video. I'm just cooking it because every single day it seems like there's another comment about why Monken's better than Stefanski. That's just what media keeps saying. I'm going to have a video coming soon about the difference between Todd Monken and the difference between Kevin Stefanski as told by the Browns media. Right? And the big thing they said is that, look, Todd Monken is a lot more hands-on than Kevin Stefanski. But here we see Kevin Stefanski, and I mean, Kevin Stefanski was a tight ends coach, so that's probably why he's talking to the tight end Kyle Pitts. There he is coaching up Kyle Pitts a little bit there. So we got to give him his credit where it's due. Now, remember, the last time we heard about it, at least June 15th, the last time we heard Kevin Stefanski speak about Michael Penix, and we're going to hear again from him today in this video, he said that Michael Penix will be cleared, or asking if he'd be cleared for minicamp, and he said, we'll see. And right now it seems like he's, again, throwing footballs at minicamp. So there you go. Here's James Pierce Jr., again, back in camp, back at Flowery Branch, right? It's a big thing, right? You got to remember that, him combined with Jalen Walker, him and combined with Xavier Watts, that was 3 young defensive lightning rods that completely turned an Atlanta Falcons defense known for having terrible pass rush and really being a pushover on the defensive side as of recently. And you became a top tier defense. You became the best, one of the best passing defensive teams in all of the league with James Pierce Jr.'s 10 sacks or 11 sacks, double-digit sacks, Jalen Walker flying all over the field, and Xavier Watts absolutely terrifying any part of the field that he was allowed on. I think it's an interesting mix to see, and it's a big problem for the NFC South if James Pierce Jr. doesn't get a suspension, which I'm foregoing, and I'm seeing that there is going to be a suspension that's going to have to happen there. But a few more clips here. This is a clip actually. Oh, this is a whole minute clip from what's it called? From the Falcons. It's actually from a few days ago too. They was getting some working in the rain, man. Putting a little pain in, man. They're just moving and grooving. Sorry, I was reading the chat and I was drinking my thing. There goes Cash Jones. By the way, shout out Cash Jones. Oh, shout out Harold Perkins too. Harold Perkins, LSU player. Leanne, hey, talk that talk now. There goes Zachariah Branch, man. Shout out, hey, if there's one thing that this new regime is doing is they are finding a way to get Georgia players in the building, and I think that's I think it's a small thing, but I think it's very important when an NFL team brings in players from the biggest program, or at least the most important program in the state. I think that's almost like on some like college football 26 pipeline stuff, or it's important, like in the same way that college football coaches, they have their certain schools they go to. Like, I can give you a great example. I went to Lowndes High School for the first part of my freshman year. There, for a second, they had a pipeline school, and it was Florida State because of Telvin Smith, right? Now, Telvin Smith, I think, went crazy and did some wild stuff. But anyway, not the point. At the time, Telvin Smith was a legend, a Lowndes football legend, right? So as I was coming up, we had a lot of connections with Florida State, a lot of what's it called, scouting, stuff like that. And then you can go to like Gainesville High School. They had like a connection with Clemson because of Deshaun Watson and things like that. Like you can always see stuff like that. And even the state of Georgia had a connection to Clemson because of Trevor Lawrence and because of Deshaun Watson. And I believe a few other, Avion and AJ Terrell, I believe they're both from Atlanta too. So a lot of interesting connections. There are interesting connections and kind of how that all goes out. So I think it's important that the Falcons are getting some top tier Georgia players, at least some notable Georgia players, right? Cash Jones and Zachariah Branch. I think that's a big thing to have a part of your team. So good stuff to see there. And Jalen Walker too, I believe, was also a Georgia player. I get Georgia and Alabama linebackers mixed up all the time. I don't know why, but them specifically. Now let's see what the wide receivers are getting done here. Right, you got the big dog Drake London getting some work in with the wide receiver coach. I can't say it enough. Hey, Kevin Stefanski got blessed with a roster. I don't know if there's ever been a coach that gets, and there goes Zachariah Branch. We have to do like a study on it. I don't know if there's ever been a coach that got fired and got to go to a like almost 1,000% better situation from multiple parts of the roster. It's not about quarterback because he's gonna have probably a bigger quarterback controversy now. But when it comes to you got young edge rushers, young defense, you got one of the best running backs in the league. You have one of the more dynamic wide receivers in the league. You got the most dynamic tight end in the league, not named Isaiah Likely. Like, this is an interesting roster. And if Kevin Stefanski is worth his weight as a play caller and as an offensive mind, he should be able to make this defense or this offense at least as mid as they were last season. You feel what I'm saying? So Falcons quarterback coach Alex Van Pelt said there's no quarterback competition right now because Michael Penix isn't 100%. It will happen at some point. Mike's done a great job of getting himself to where he is right now, but really there's no competition until we can actually evaluate him equally. So that sounds like they are rolling out the red carpet and almost ensuring that Tua is going to be the guy that starts. But last quick clip here, and then we're going to hear a little bit from Kevin Stefanski speaking about the quarterback situation and really everything in general as they come out of minicamp.
I don't think I've heard anybody like ever.
Here's Michael Penix and Tua working under the gun. They're gonna switch sides now. Both not under the gun, under the center. Oh, little play action, smooth, clean. Not bad, not bad. It's looking the ball is popping out their hands though. The ball is popping out their hands, man. Play action. Boom. Deep diner. Some good stuff. Oh, and y'all better watch out because not the backup, but they have like not Trevor Siemian, but there's like a D2 quarterback that they have. I'm telling you, he might be the best quarterback on the roster. Hey, Tings didn't tell you that, but he might be the best quarterback on the roster, man. He might just be the best quarterback on the roster. Okay, so let me go to the Falcons real quick. Actually, it looks like Michael Penix got more views than our guy Kevon Stefanski, man. Damn.
Out there on the grass. And with that, I'll take any questions.
All right, let's hear a little bit. Let's hear a little bit from Kevin Stefanski and wrap it up, man.
This is James Pierce Jr. here with you guys.
Yes.
Here we go, James Pierce.
And what went into that decision to have him back?
Yeah, I think throughout every situation, you take in all the information available to you. Obviously, this being our mandatory portion of our program, he will do work in the weight room. He'll do individual. He's not going to do team settings, team period type stuff yet. I just feel like with him not being here for the offseason program to date, I don't think it's fair to put him in those type of drills, but he'll be out there.
How do you handle trying to reintegrate him within a locker room?
Yeah, I think those type of things are football teams and locker rooms, and those are organic things. And I believe in the people that we have in our locker room.
Good job, Stefanski.
I think any player that comes into our building understands what's expected of that player and understands what's important to this football team.
Do you view it as a relief to have him here now and not have to wait until late July to have him around here?
I'm so focused on. I got the blinders on, so I can't speak to the past. What's in the future. Just
Kevin Stefanski can't speak to nothing. He can't speak about nothing.
What have your conversations been like with James so far?
I'm not going to get into specifics about conversations really with any player. I like to keep those private, but he understands what's expected of him.
Has there been any word from the NFL or league office regarding any suspensions or anything like that at this point?
No.
You say he understands what's expected of him.
Don't worry,
Yeah, I think again, don't want to get into specifics of the conversations that we have, but all of our players.
I'm sorry. It just seems like the Falcons media is like, all right, my nigga. It's like, oh, okay, yeah, we heard you said that, but can you give us a fucking anything? Can you give us an actual answer? Nah. Hey, I'm gonna let you know right now. No, he can't, and he will not. He gonna keep giving you the runaround. It's actually so funny. Thank you, Busy. Now it's so funny watching the Atlanta Falcons be like, y'all ain't listen. Listen. Wait, one more time.
Has there been any word from the NFL or league office regarding any suspensions or anything like that at this point?
No.
You say he understands what's expected of him. What is expected of him? What do you mean by that?
Yeah, I think again, don't want to get into specifics of the conversations that we have, but all of our players understand what they need to do both in and out of this building.
In your experience, Coach, what is it you look for a player who's been not a part of the workouts and now joining in? What are some things that you watch for?
I think every situation's different.
My God.
You want to make sure that.
Oh my God. He said situations are situational, man. Oh my. All right. Can I skip ahead? Let me see if he talks about anything else.
To tell the medical team what a player should do. So in this case, very, very comfortable with the plan that we have, and keeping Mike.
Talking about Michael Penix.
Abreast of all those decisions and where he is. Very, very similar to how you do it with all your players, making sure they understand where they are in their rehab, what they're able to do, how we're going to transition into different phases, if you will. So very comfortable with where we are.
I believe Ben Pelton mentioned. Go ahead. Yeah, I believe last week Alex had mentioned that QB Rice can't really start until Mike is healthy, entirely healthy. How much of an issue is that? I mean, have you guys kind of lost in a time period here where you would like to have him?
Yeah, we're not giving out any jobs in June.
Okay.
We'll continue with every player at every position to bring the guys along at the pace that they're able to. So obviously, with Mike, he's rehabbing from an injury. He's been able to do 7-on-7, do individual with us, which he's attacking and doing a great job with. With any competition, quote unquote, those things work themselves out down the line. But we just have to be. As a team, I think we have to realize, players have to realize that we're all working towards the same goal right now in June, and that's building a foundation for this football season.
You haven't seen Ontario Thompson yet. Is that injury related, or is there something else?
Injury related, but he's working through it.
Love to see that. Love to hear that. Look, Kevin Stefanski has not changed. I don't think he will be changing anytime soon. Just wanted to check in and peek in on what the Falcons had going on, man. They got a little quarterback controversy. They got a little situation that needs to be situated. I think they'll figure it out, man. I believe him. I believe in those Stefanski. And again, if you have a problem with me covering the Falcons, again, I live in Georgia. We ain't got to go over this again. I think it's interesting. I want the best for the Falcons. Would it be awful if Stefanski's the reason for it? Yeah. But it would be better if crime didn't go up in Atlanta. That's what I would also agree. So are the odds stacked against him? Yeah. I'm not gonna hold my breath. The last man got fired for just being mid. So Stefanski, if you're mid and Stefanski's known for being mid, I don't think he's gonna be here long anyway. So we'll see what happens. Yeah, let me know how y'all feel. Like the video if you like it. Dislike if you don't. If you're here live, don't go anywhere yet because I think I have one more idea. Subscribe to all that fun stuff. Hype it, jump it, rump it, flump it, get lit with the tit. You know what I'm saying? We'll see you next time. Be blessed. All that amazing stuff. Yeah. See you next time. Be blessed. Peace. Yeah. Oh, just a girl just got here. She came in at the end. Gosh darn it. Dang, we did a lot today. Golly. The only thing we didn't do was mini camp for the Bucks. I gotta be honest with y'all boys and ladies. I'm seepy, dog. I'm a seepy little cucumber, dog. I don't even know. So this is what I want to do. I do want to do a second channel video though. I would like to end this by getting a second channel video up. So is there anything y'all want me to react to? I know y'all said something about Well Off Media. Do y'all want me to check back in on them? Check back in on what, everything's going there. What? Who? Let me see. Hey, they've been cooking Cam Newton, dog. They've been cooking Cam Newton, dog. Oh man. Let's do this Paul Pierce video, man. This is a good
going
place.
Out here spending money.
This is a good place to start. I think this is like a cool little. This isn't really. This is a man. Cam Newton speaking about it. So this is not as football, but I think this is kind of like a side vibe. Wom? Oh, Well Off Media. Oh God, I was like, who? You said Wom. I said, what are you talking about? Let's watch this one real quick. And you know what? If I got enough gas in the tank, we'll knock this one out. We'll knock this one out, man. A little less serious of a video, but Paul Pierce was crying and complaining that he can't have his private stripper dances because the streamers. Kai Cenat, Streamer University, y'all running the money up too much. These women are expecting too much. You should just be able to give them a 3-piece in a Sprite and send them off their way. Now they want like real food, man. But let's see what Cam has to say about it, though.
On these chicks because y'all couldn't get them in real life because y'all weak. And y'all only popular because y'all get money off of this and that, and y'all ain't got no game. So y'all go out here and putting the price of a girl up to a certain level to where now you got all these girls out here thinking that they can get dollars like that. That's why she said that shit like that when you got cats out here like, hey, yeah, give you 100,000, to $1 million. Man, this shit is weak. Y'all need to slow y'all roll. I know motherfuckers, I ain't mad at y'all getting y'all money, but like y'all driving the price up too much to where y'all got these girls out here all in their head thinking they could just like, it's squares out here. It's real squares out here y'all following. Really. And they paying these females hundreds of thousands, millions, and gassing them up. So now, press pause right there, Peggy.
You're driving the price up way too much, boo.
Because I'm telling you. He said, man, y'all got these folks expecting something.
Mm-hmm.
That, bruh, tell you what a dude told me.
What is that?
Nouns and verbs.
Nouns and verbs, brother.
Nouns and verbs, brother.
That's all.
What you mean, Cam? And throw an adjective in there.
Uh-huh.
Baby, you look scrumptious, delicious. If I just had an opportunity to take you out, I'm trying to tell you to be the best day of your life.
Yeah.
But she gonna say, hold on. Well, you putting them together. Oh man, me, just a little dude from, Atlanta, Georgia. You feel me? I'm just trying to put a smile on your face, baby. Matter of fact, let's just go on a walk. You know what I'm saying? You tell me about you, I'm gonna tell you about me.
Yeah.
And we can make it, you know what I'm saying, see where it go from there.
Yeah. Make it do what it do.
I'm trying to tell you, Peggy, this generation ain't got no game, brother.
It's a lost art.
Man, they lead with coin.
They lead with the game instead of the game.
With the dollars.
Mm-hmm.
Huh?
Yeah.
See, I'm gonna spend a Benjamin, but it's gonna be indirectly, man. What you mean?
What you talking about?
We gonna go to lunch. That's when that Benjamin come out.
Okay.
That's when that double tap on the side. Ding.
Yeah.
Baby, I'm not spending no money on you. This is my regular life that you just get an opportunity to witness. Come on, you my plus one. Come on. I'm not gonna leave with no, man, I don't want to go to lunch, but you can send me the money though. That's cool. See, dudes ain't got the time to really, man, it's too much technology out here, brothers, for us to just be setting the poly market price so high that we can't even sit up here and get an eye look from another female. Because now you got a woman that's really saying, no, they paying it. And I believe that they paying it. But now I need to start holding my brothers accountable to say, hey, dog, stop paying it and get back to the root.
But Cam, I gotta say this though. Is this a real? I think some of it is real, but also too, I think they closing the gap, bro, on the jock effect, bro. And as I'm saying this, in our demographic, in our culture, you got your tiers, you got your athletes, you got your entertainers, and now you got regular Joe Blow, Johnny from the block, bro. He able to cut on his stream and be just as famous and probably not make as much money, but make a substantial amount of money. And now when we sitting down at restaurants, it's like, bro, I could sit with Paul Pierce or I can sit with Aiden Ross, and either way I can get my fix. And I think now it's like these nerds are making nerd things, quote unquote, as with Paul Pierce, making nerd things look cool.
That's not what the discussion is about.
But he's saying they raising the price.
This is the essence of economics of the conversation. Paul Pierce was reacting to a message that I believe it was Sophie Rain had said that an NBA player was willing to spend $15 million to take her virginity. If that's not sex work, if that's not prostitution, if that's not something that you're like, yo, bro, that's illegal. That's first and foremost.
Yeah, that's true.
But when you start to talk to these queens out here and these women out here and these chicks that's out here, princesses and all the above, you start to realize it's like, nah.
No princesses. Just queens.
These dudes really lame.
And
if they lame. Spend it, I'm gonna take it. Like I said, if you see you a sucker, go on and take a lick.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? It goes down to this. Fellas, lead with you. Don't lead with what you can do.
That's it. Leave what you
Walk
only
off
what you can
on
do.
that one, dog.
But it's a lot of people that ain't even confident in them.
Every single chick.
He was feeling.
How
that
long
one.
have you been here, Billy?
He was feeling that one.
In Atlanta?
No, just
Billy.
Just
Living?
Who the fuck Billy?
29 years.
29 years. How long have you been associated with Iconic Soccer?
3 weeks now. I'm rounding up.
Okay. During those 3 weeks, when you witness Funky Friday conversations, and every time a chick talk about me, what's the first thing that they say? Kim, I heard you was
A womanizer.
Womanizer. That's definitely one.
That's not where we was going.
That's definitely one, right?
That's not.
But also,
what they say? Cheap.
it's hell.
Okay.
Oh, yeah,
okay,
definitely
that's where we was
cheap.
going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard that?
Yes, I've heard that several times.
Play tennis over here. Come over here. You playing tennis. He playing baseball.
Hey, I pay attention to everything. My bad. I apologize.
I know where you was going.
Hey, my bad. My bad.
Come on, man.
My bad, brother.
Let me take you outside, bro.
Making it hot,
Good thing
yo.
my son wasn't in here, bro.
I mean,
Making it hot.
Hey, bro, they talk about a lot on the show, bro. Give me a break.
I'll give you a Kit Kat bar, bro.
Okay, yeah, come over here, bro.
Bro.
There you go, man.
I'm trying to get this.
Hey, bro, why do you think I'm in ISS, bro?
Exactly.
But I'm saying, a lot of times,
All right,
every
this
time
is
when
really
people talk
wild.
about Cam, man, Cam, I hear you cheat. Duh, dummy. The plan is to keep the money, not to grow broke.
Yeah.
Baby, you.
All right, no disrespect, because like I rock with Cam Newton. Don't take this disrespectful, but yeah, Cam Newton. I saw him do like a fit check one time, and like half of it was thrifted, and I was like, I respect saving the money, but half of your shit do look like it's thrifted. Like, and that's your swag. That's like a swag in its own. I couldn't pull that off. If I did that, it would look like I was thrifted. You know what I'm saying? Like I would look busted. So let Cam live his life. I just wanted to put that out there.
Find anybody in the world that said Cam gave them some money for some what? Attention?
No.
Oh, baby, listen, let me tell you something.
You gotta pay for my time. What?
Pay for your time. Who are you? That's just the attitude, though.
Yeah.
And that has nothing to do with being braggadocious or bold. It's like, man, girls do it all the time. What's wrong with that when they say, I'm a bad chick? Like, and dudes need to start getting back to the roots of like, bro, dog, you spending 100 bands with her, bro? Goodness gracious, what happened to just send a text message, bro? Just make the giggle. And then I would always say this. Me and my lady now, bro, we would not be where we are right now if we didn't share inside jokes.
Mm-hmm.
If we don't, man.
All right. I don't need Cam Newton game. That's one thing I don't need. Look. If I could wrap this up, because I just wanted to laugh at this. I think Paul Pierce is too old to be complaining about what he complained. I gotta be honest with you. Paul Pierce, if your old ass had a wife or just like a functional dating life where you didn't have to be bidding with Kai Cenat, you shouldn't be in bidding wars with Kai Cenat. And you shouldn't. Did you see how upset? Wait, hold up. Pull this shit back. Do you see how upset this nigga is in this dark ass room? Look at him. He got blood vessels, but this motherfucker's blood pressure is rising as we speak. So Paul Pierce, find like something, a scratching post. Just do something. You don't need to be bidding on the same women Kai Cenat is bidding on. That's your problem. But Cam Newton also makes some valid points. I do think there's a je ne sais quoi, an element of just being a funny guy, being a nice guy. Hey man, I want you, if there's any young people who watch my content, if you have a young, beautiful lady that you have your eyes on and you want to, do what it is, XYZ, I advise you to ask to do fun so you can bring them in the fun. And what I mean by that is please don't go in there with the operation of how do I get all up on her or whatever. Your goal is to make her have a fun time. And that's not about rubbing and touching. No, none of that. None of that paying and no. You better go get a football and make her run some routes. You better get a soccer ball and talk while y'all walk on a trail. You better, you know what I mean? Like what happened to just going out and having a good time? You better get some quarters together and take her to the fair. You feel what I'm saying? So if I could tell you anything, if you're going to buy somebody's attention, how about, like Cam said, how about have a good time? How about instead of giving them money, give them an experience that reminds them of, hey, every time I hang around him, we have a good time. We have a fun time. We go play soccer. We go do stuff, right? That's what I recommend. Don't worry about touching and this and paying for this and that. And man, go have a good time first. How about that? And then maybe you can get to those levels and places and spaces. But please respect yourself first. And please respect the people that you interact with in this wonderful world. And don't be a Paul Pierce, for the love of God. Be amazing, man. Don't be a Paul Pierce. Yeah, man, you can't be bidding with you over here bidding with Kai Cenat's women, dog. Like what? That would where they do that at? You know what I mean? Where they do that at? All right, this is a quick well-off media video. Let's check in on well-off, right? Let's check in. You know what else I want to check in? I want to check in. Wow. All right. I'm sorry. I was reading this. This is really cool to see, man. It's really cool to see.
Bro, tell me something.
So, we're going to watch a little well-off media. Checking in, you know what I'm saying, on the second channel. Just want to check in on well-off media, check in what's going on with the Colorado Buffaloes. I'm going to watch a little bit of this. And then I've been seeing Colorado been getting so many recruits. It's been crazy. I don't know. Some dude said that, you know, Colorado's recruiting is going awful. And now they getting 4 stars and 3 stars, and it's just they racking up numbers. They doing what they need to do right now. And I think they're top 3, top 4 in the Big 12 as it stands right now when it comes to recruiting class. So not a bad situation to be in. So let's check out a quick little well-off media video.
Isn't it a great day?
Why not?
That's what I'm talking about.
Why not?
I ain't had the prepping for that. We just turned on the camera and started rolling.
You woke up this morning. Matter of fact, you get to wake up this morning.
Right.
That's the big thing. That's the blessing. You get to wake up this morning.
Many didn't.
Many did. Many did. Now you get to do what God has prepared for you to do. All you gotta do is listen. All you gotta do is listen. Be disciplined. Pray. Meditate on Him. All the outside noise fall away. And God be the glory.
Don't just pray to pray. Pray to have a relationship.
Yes.
Some
Amen.
folks pray to pray because they just want to chalk it up. Okay, I prayed. No. Pray to have a relationship. But you so busy waiting on something wrong that you miss right. We're going to end on that.
Yeah.
God bless.
That's nice.
But they got a little, you know what I'm saying, getting their work in, a little summer work. Okay. And by the way, and it's funny, I just had this conversation with my lady. It's funny that we're having this conversation. To all my uncles and aunties, just in case, what you're seeing right here, these are not sports bras. These are not sus. These are not AO. These are not paws. These are none of that. This is technology. This is modern sports technology. This is a monitor that monitors their distance traveled, the exertion, how much force they put out to make sure their heart is healthy and okay. These are modern marvels of technology that allow these top-tier athletes to be top-tier athletes. It is not a sports bra. Please don't go Coach Jason Brown on me and start calling everything fruity. Lord have mercy. I just want to make sure we knew that. All right, everybody cool? Everybody good? All right. Yeah. A little shit talking to her. You like to see that? Is that Julian? Oh, Coach Marion in the biz. Hey, look, Coach Marion in there. He out of there. He just beat Scoop.
You ain't do too many holes. You cheated. You skipping.
Don't be mad because I'm like that.
You
In these
skipping.
ladder. Not every other one.
He like this. Hey, they shooting. You gotta run. You gotta move.
they shooting. You gotta run.
Hey, watch out. Hey, y'all.
First down.
They make people. Oh, is that Quick Gibson? Is that Quick Gibson? Oh, Coach. Hey, Coach came back. Coach came back. Coach came back to. Coach came back to compete.
We got it on film. We got it on film.
Hey, make sure you put me on Well Love. At me at Brigham Marion 4. You feel me? Just beat Danny Scudero.
Yeah.
Move like that. I'm God. This is crispy. Y'all cannot dance.
Y'all cannot
Y'all
dance.
cannot dance. Never seen a big nigga move like that.
I like to see Coach Marion, man. I like to see, there's not as many coaches I think that are like involved the way that he wants to be involved and wants to be in there. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's new. He's a little more high profile, right? So I think the embracing of him being in there and like, getting a little like that's awesome, man. Yeah, hey, it's good to see. But let's see what else. Let's see what else they got going on after the ladders. They still doing ladders? How they do more? I thought I skipped forward to past the ladders and they still doing ladders. But yeah, they working out. They doing their thing. Y'all go check. Oh, is that Lil Goldberg? Y'all go check it out. But really, I think this is the bigger thing here. Let's check something out here. This is the bigger situation, right? This is the bigger situation. To me, this is the more significant thing, right? So, as Colorado, this is 12 hours ago, as Colorado had been doing, they had a good little situation. Now, I will point out they just recently had a running back flip their commitment away from Colorado, but that just kind of happens. It's early on, so it is what it is. But as many commitments as they just got, I think it's all, I think it's all good. But let's read this article from, I believe this is Sports Illustrated. So, here it is. So it says, where Colorado recruiters rank in Big 12 after commitment surge. Amid the Colorado Buffaloes' most recent recruiting surge, 3 coaches on Colorado's staff are among the best recruiters in the Big 12. That's really positive to hear. So Colorado Buffaloes saw commitments from 3 more class of 27 recruits over the weekend of June 14th. The Buffs recruiting sits at number 4 in the Big 12, according to both Rivals and 24/7, following the new additions. But the Buffaloes haven't just been climbing the ranks as a team, but their staff has been climbing as well. So Director of Recruiting, Rashad Rich. So Rich currently sits at number 2 in the number two in the 24/7 Sports Big 12 recruiting rankings for the 27 class, having landed 3 commitments for 47.82 points and an average recruit of 88.86. So that's the ranking. Rich was the primary recruiter for wide receiver Jaden Kelly Murray, I believe a 4-star, and safety / quarterback Gabe Jenkins. Lists both players as 4-star recruits. He also led the way in bringing in 3-star offensive lineman Jaden Lindsay. And man, they've been adding some serious beef from the offensive line. This is from, they said that Colorado, or specifically they said Coach Prime could not recruit in high school, and he seems to be recruiting pretty well in high school. I don't know. And then here's Rich as well. Rich has been Colorado's go-to recruiter to close out recruiting battles for blue chip prospects as Colorado looks to build on already achieved success in 27 class. Rich will likely be leading the way in the Buffs' pursuit of any future blue chip recruits. So, Director of Player Personnel, Darius Darden Box, sitting closely behind Rich at number 4 in the rankings, is his first year on the new job in Colorado. Director of Player Personnel, Darius Burden Box. He lists him as having landed commitments from 3 recruits at 44.85 points and an average recruit ranking of 87.44. He also reached the number 3 spot at his highest. So he was at number 3 at one point. He led the way in Buffalo's landing commitments from safety Will Rasmussen and running back Steven Alexis, both who are listed as 3 stars by the site. But most importantly, Darden was the lead recorder for quarterback Andre Adams, the signal caller out of Antioch, Tennessee. He is listed as a 4-star recruit by Rivals in a 24/7 composite. This is a big one. Like, I don't think people understand how important it is that they typically always have their quarterback. Now, last year was a little, I don't think they were expecting, what's his name, Caden Salter to be as bad as he was, or at least not have the consistency that he had. But they typically have a quarterback. I mean, right after losing Shedeur, you get in. People, I think, forget because it's Colorado and people just like shitting on Colorado that Julian Sand was committed to USC. Right? He was out of Carrollton, Georgia. He was one of the top quarterbacks in his class, like period. So the fact that you have that on roster and now you're bringing in a 4-star, who I believe he's more of even a runner too. Like this is a whole new level of stepping up. So I'm very happy to see what the Buffaloes are doing. I'm happy to see that a lot of people were just wrong about Colorado. They seemingly are always wrong. And the louder they get, the more that Colorado proves them wrong. And as they prove them wrong, people probably shut up and stop talking about them because they only like making fun of them. They don't enjoy when things are going their way. So y'all let me know how y'all feel down below about this. Second channel booming, you know what I'm saying? A whole lot of CFB stuff going on, second channel stuff going on. Y'all be great. Y'all be beautiful. We'll see you next time. Peace. All right, man. That's the stream, man. Y'all get out of here. Y'all be safe. Y'all be beautiful. Y'all be blessed. I'm Sleepy. I'm EP. I cannot thank y'all enough, though, for supporting. I can't thank y'all enough for rocking with me. Please watch the second channel. I'm going to have videos up there. Main channel, I'm going to have the DG video dropping tonight. I have a few more things coming out. Obviously, we got more videos coming tomorrow. Lots of good stuff, man. We recorded some good stuff. We got some Titans videos. Just be great, man. Y'all be blessed. Y'all be amazing. Y'all be beautiful. Thank y'all for the 150. Just chilling, just vibing in here. Couldn't have done it without y'all. We'll never do it without y'all. Leanne, thank you for coming through. RX Goon, thank you for coming through. Busy Enough said, commenting all day long. What's it called? I'm missing somebody. Who am I missing? And Grape Tea News, thank you for coming. Just a Girl came through late, but it was all good. I already said Leanne. Already said Donna. Big Triz, you know what he gets up to. Big Triz, he's doing the best he can. Quick Clips. Already said Busy Enough. Leontine. Hope I'm saying that name right as well. Marsha. Who else? I already said Donna. First Last. What's it called? Marcus. Wait. Oh my God. Someone doesn't know who D'Anthony Thomas is. Sweetie, thank you for the $10. Trizzy, thank you for being here as always. Nisa, thank you for being here as always. I cannot thank y'all enough. Fun days, fun times. We'll be back Thursday. Plenty of videos coming out. Watch out for the new video that I got an idea for. But yeah, y'all be